Yeah, I'm tired of it too, Bucky. We're just sat here and we're thinking about YouTube, seeing as we're trying to get a bit of stuff on YouTube, aren't we, mate? And we're just thinking of the current state of YouTube. Mainly this slop tuber malarkey we've been watching recently. And there's no end in them. No end in them. But what fascinates me is the quick growth of the channel just from slagging other people off. I like it. Tectone, that little mushroom character guy, Pegasus, whatever. Asmongold, Moist Critical, and all these other random ones. Like they're the twins, Asmond and Moist. I mean, I'm 38, man. I've grown up alongside them, basically watching them. Ah, oh, man, you've stripped me of my maggots again. Keep getting pecked off. But they're like in my age group, man. They've been on the internet since I've been on the internet. But you expect that their content to change as themselves mature and change. And I've liked that. That's why I've stuck with them sort of guys. You know, I've grown up watching them a bit sort of thing. So I stuck watching them. And obviously the content changes because their interests change, like everybody else is on a lot of things. And you either stick with it or you don't. But obviously the way YouTube works now, with its what do you call it, Bokeh? I'll say watch this video, so you might like watching this video, suggestions and all that. Because I watch Moist and Asmon, now I get Tectone suggested to me. I get this Pegasus one. And then in the last 3 days, I've been sharing with my Discord channel and showing them all these other random ones. And I'd say at least 40% have just come about because of the hype train surrounding Hazan terrorist piker and is it the cop content thing? All that. I've been trying to follow a lot of it, but honestly, I stopped watching TV 4 years ago because that's just it's rubbish in it. British TV, let's face it. Nobody wants to pay that BBC license anymore. Not after all protection they've gave to wrong people. So I've been locked into YouTube for the last 4 years. And audiobooks, man. Wow. The Horus Heresy. Get onto it. Recommend it fully. Brilliant. Definitely recommend the Horus Heresy. But like I said, I've been watching a lot more YouTube. I mean, we've lost some good creators lately. And not just to death, I mean, like, just they've changed the field of content, man. Not a bad thing. Things die, things move on, people move on. But this whole dramification of just someone doing something wrong. So someone making a video on that person's wrongdoings to highlight it. All right, that's fine. That's fine. We get that. That's a common thing. But now you have 20 follow-up videos of other people reacting videos to that person's video, giving their 10 pence worth. And I know there's another guy. I've seen him stating these facts himself. But at the same time, I'm watching his video thinking, well, the whole first part of your video is all dedicated to slating Hassan Piker. And now you're going on about this toxic circle of shut up, dude. Shut the fuck up. Oh, bless you, go sneeze, man. Some up his nose. But yeah, like, Christ. I think the internet needs Quick slap round the old chin. Ooh, what was that? Leaf. But I think I might get on this train myself. I might have to start doing like a side channel. Or we can link it in with the waterside dog, which is just me and him. It's just me and the dog. It's one man and his dog just doing shit, basically. Whatever we're doing, we're doing. It's mainly fishing at the minute, innit, mate? To keep you out of house. Ooh, there's a booty. Mucky bumper is a booty. But yeah, we might do like waterside talks or something, just something. So we can just join in on this slate fest. I mean, that's another thing. Like, don't get me wrong. But there's a good few of them content creators, and they're not just stuck on the old sandpiper and all the other bullshit drama that's out there at the minute. A lot of these people cover it once, move on to different stories. I'm not going to keep naming creators. I can't be bothered, and I don't know enough of them, and they're not relevant enough really. Just obviously, what was the guy's name? What the Jew's name, Bucky? The one where Hassan or his friend betrayed him or whatever. There's more coverage on that than, I don't know, some documentaries on actual world events. It's a bit shocking. Has anyone actually made a good news channel out there yet? That's just good inspirational news only. That'd be a channel I'd watch. That'd be a cool channel, wouldn't it, Buck? And then the name calling in some of these videos as well. Most criticals always had a bit of a tongue to twist some curious verbal insults at. But some of you other guys, man, like that tech tone. Yeah, I understand, man. You've been attacked too by some of these other creators, and they answered pretty things. And that goes for a lot more than just that guy. He's just the recent guy that I've actually watched some content of. I find him the most bearable out of all the other repeat shitters. But man, some of you guys like him, you're vile with your responses. You just don't set a good precedent or standard for youth of today. You really don't. Because I'm assuming you all think you've got a probably similar age group of what you are watching you. I think you're naive, man. I think a lot of kids watch you. A lot of kids watch you for your dramatic little outbursts and who can say nastiest thing about other one. Grow up, guys. Grow up. Just call it what it is. You have to start swearing your heads off and looking all big and hard. Get a grip. Don't talk like you're going into Mortal Kombat with someone. Yeah. Fuck it. These guys, yeah, they all think they're in Mortal Kombat. And obviously, some of you, when you meet face to face, you won't talk like that because one of you is always going to be bigger than other. Mind you, big guy's never ready for a dirty fight, and either. So be careful on that one, boys. But yeah, you all need a reality checks, all in you. It's quite shameful. I'm not making it. I'm no angel, but I'm not doing it to masses and public. Do you reckon, Box? Better than bouncing ball off at the same four walls, isn't it, mate? Got to catch one fish at least. We need to justify the second outing today, especially after coming out without any camcording equipment the first time I come out this morning. Bit silly. I had all trolley with me and all this morning, so I weren't coming back. But yeah, TV's dead. Audiobooks definitely the way forward for me. And there's some really good ones on YouTube. And that aboard, oh God, what's his name? Aboard a Prince. There's a Warhammer guy, Aboard a Prince, something like that. He does some really cool audio like books for you. Like really, really cool. A good reader, good voice actor. Highly recommended. In fact, I wonder who put that one on YouTube. There's a book called The Eye of Terror. And it's not about space marines, it's about rogue traders. Really good book, that. Recommend that. See, that's what I miss on my wall at the minute on my YouTube. My YouTube used to recommend some of the coolest shit. Now I'm just stuck in this circle jerk with all you idiots slating each other off, and it's doing me head in. Absolutely made me contemplate like starting a new YouTube just to watch, because I seem to have corrupted. You've corrupted my algorithm with hate. That's why I'm going to join in on this account now. Force my hand. Force my hand with all your bitter, vulgar opinions on each other. And I want a piece of it. I want a piece of it. Invite me into it. I haven't got a plan for how I'm going to approach or do it. I'm just going to join in. Somehow. It is ironic and all watching some of these whelps that are that flush with cash. The realities of the consequences of who's voted in for government really don't affect them because they've got the money to just up and go and do anything and anything anywhere. Whereas the rest of the peasants like me, we're highly restricted. Pennies matter. Everything matters. There's some disgusting YouTubers they are, aren't they? What's his name now? Jack Doherty. Jesus Christ. I'm ashamed to say I actually know who that guy is. But that's the benefit of being in this, like, caught in this algorithm of slop tubers. They all just sit in the same circle jerk, slagging different people off and taking turns on them. Or they see who puts the best video out covering that person, and then they all watch his video reacting, being like, yeah, dipstick. Whelps. Do get them. Speaking of whelps, the angriest arsehole I've ever met in my life is just walking up behind us on Canal Towpath. Every time my dog sits on towpath where we usually fish, this guy tells my dog to fuck off. And it's disgusting. It's like, you'll hear him hawking and spitting. He's like the male hawk tour girl. But But yeah, we're going to join in on this. I'd like to see some of these YouTubers put their YouTube channel statistics out for the age groups that watch them. I really do believe they'll be targeting kids, more than they think they'll be in their own age group. And then that's the attitude they put out there and present to them. And then they wonder why kids are like they are these days. With role models like that. Great attitude, boys. And the difference being, you like to call yourselves influencers. You're not a movie. You're not make-believe. They see you acting like that, and they think that's acceptable to act like that. That's why teachers get hit. That's why teachers get told to F off and ain't got the respect these days, because they watch a lot of you jerks talking like absolute dipsticks, showing no valid respect to anyone, thinking it should be fucking given to you automatically before you give it to anyone. That's why some of the world's like it is. I also blame anime as well. I think a lot of kids have been left to watch the wrong sort of animes because parents haven't been informed enough to understand what they're actually letting the kids watching, thinking that they're just innocent cartoons like Pokemon. When a lot of that anime out there, it's like, you remember your cool action films back in the day, like a good Sylvester Stallone film, Arnie, Van Damme, like a good fight scene, and a good shagging scene. Or like the standard, the hero gets to kick some ass, gets a bit of pussy. A lot of them animes, the adult ones, they're like feature-length films, and they basically use that as the basic code standard. But it's not. It goes far beyond that because they take sci-fi to a whole new level. And shit, man, psychological anime, that stuff's deep. That stuff gets you thinking for about a month about your own life sometimes. They're great, absolutely great. And then kids have been left to watch them, and then they wonder why they're screwed up kids. Yeah, man, you need to switch on to your A game with that parenting. Well, not parenting, just anime, understanding what your kid's watching. When you've got a kid into anime, you need to know what they're watching, man. If they're underage, you need to know what anime they're watching. Because that is not all the same stuff. And it is far beyond anything for kids. One of my favourites were Crying Freeman, by the way. And yeah, I did like the live action version of it as well. Crying Freeman were cool, man. I even wanted a dragon body tattoo after watching that anime. Oh, like, that's cool as fuck. I want that tattoo. I'm glad I grew out that phase. Otherwise, I'd been hiding above the door frame in my underpants. Watch it, you'll get the reference, I think. If I recall it right, that is. Slop tuber. We're going to be a slop tuber, Bokeh. So we just critique and shit on other people's content and videos and hard work. Or sorry, not just shit on and critique. Leech off. Shall we leech off other people's content? Come on, stop nibbling my maggots off, man. Just give me a good strike. Got to be something worthy out here. And I left my coffee at home, man. I made my little lip pack up for my main backpack. I've come out with a little wallet that's got all my tracer leads and my jigs and my bloody spinners if I want to do any piking. Left that, left my coffee, left my tape, left my weights. least I got my first aid kit like always in case whatever happens to me or the book. And then I've got my tools in case I get hooked onto a good fish. I've even got my long nose in case I do get a pike, because you don't want to be putting your hand in that, man. Be like putting your hand in a... Oh, baby. This dog. This dog. Yeah, we were talking about you, B. Beautiful B. Keep getting strikes out there, mate, so we're going to keep trying it, aren't we? An itch, mate. I love this dog, man. Don't tell us we sat in another ant nest. But that was good the other day when we sat next to that red ant nest and all little Apaches started taking off in front of us. That were an emergency orbital strike. Deal with that. There's some other content ideas I have actually had and got. Because I know I'm not going to take off just being me and my dog just doing this. Oh, boo. One of my ideas I've actually put myself off in recent days. I was talking to one of my American friends and I was telling him again how friendly British canals are and how different the atmosphere and the vibe is when you're on a canal in Britain. How friendly everyone is basically, and they all want to talk to you. And they do, everyone on canals. They'll come and chat to you, real friendly. And as a fisherman, depending who you are, I can see that wears thin fast. Especially if you've been out all day and nearly everybody that's passed you has stopped to ask you how your fishing's gone, if you've catched out, and then they stand talking to you 10 to 15 minutes, distracting you from your day. And you add that up of it, of course, through a busy spot on a canal like where I am, it soon takes your day away from you, doesn't it, Buck? You don't mind though, you should get fusses and treats. But my idea were, as I'm walking around doing my fishing, were ask other fishermen if they mind just being interviewed quickly and give a quick brief on the gear and the day and the setup, you know. But after experiencing the harassment you get on the British Canal like I had, I thought, might not be the best idea. But nevertheless, it's still a little idea that I might try. I might approach a couple of local fishermen that I've recently met and got acquired relations with, friendships, and you know, see if they mind being filmed or if they mind a bit of the tackle being filmed. Because some fishermen, I understand, and all they have expensive gear, man. And fucking God forbid this day and age we look shits with going country. Some vulnerable fisherman gets robbed. Seen too much violence lately on these canals. Come on, Bob. Bob, Bob, Bob. Some days, Bucky, I don't think fishing's for us, mate. Too soon. Worn out already. We haven't walked far this afternoon, but we had a good mooch earlier. I think that's took it out of him for Too much pacing about, bud. Maybe it's water. You can't hear it because, like I said, I've got a microphone on to dull out wind and noise, but where water goes round lock, that little waterfall's quite loud, probably soothing him with noise. And you're sleepy, you need a wee wee. Oh, a wee wee. You're a good lad. What else do we think, Bocco? We need some other content ideas at some point, won't we, mate? You'll have to excuse me for not talking constantly. I'm out here just fishing, relaxing with my dog. This is the main purpose of the channel at the moment. It's just me and the dog's adventures, basically. This video will mainly just a bit of a moan, I'll be honest. Just a moan about the state of YouTube. Oh, that's a bummer about Steam for some of you and all, isn't it, I guess? I was reading about that this morning. Them Australian Karens have blocked all your porn games. I must admit that always did surprise me, that move by Steam. Not something we ever expect to see pop up on Steam, that sex games, that was for sure. I'll tell you another one I've got into at the minute. On Facebook in England, on the video section of it, some of the most popular content for the last few years has been hunters. And I don't mean the protective hunters, we'll say. And that content is popular for a good reason. But one of the other YouTubers that's like popped into my feed somehow, it's called Proximity Chat. Now I think I know why it's sort of got into my algorithm. I got a VR headset for doing the DCS. Naturally, you try a few at games. Anyway, on that footnote, Proximity Chat worms his way onto my channel. Yeah, the main menu. And it were him finding very creepy people in VR chat. Very old creepy people talking to very young innocent people. That's some wild content, brother. I love it. There are some very, very creepy people in VR chat, man. And that guy's done a very good job of highlighting these out. Got a bit of an addiction to that channel at the minute. Well, I say at the minute, I haven't watched it for a couple of weeks, but for about three weeks, I watched a lot of his content, man. There's some Pretty shocking stuff on his content. But stuff parents should see, really. They're fully aware of. Because it ain't just a matter of, oh, your kids are out on this game. It's a safe game for kids. That VR chat's so predatory, man. With all its private rooms and I'm not even going to pretend to understand because I barely touched the game for more than 40 minutes. But from what I've watched on proximity chat, it's like an open world with private clubs that are locked. I don't know. But there's sex on that game, man. It's like, what? There's some really crude avatars. Which, yeah, man, I'm totally agreeing for and I'm fine with for adults. But there's kids on that, man. And kids get targeted on that, man. Shocking. The world we live in, man, eh? The world we live in. You don't even need to touch on like global conflicts. That made me jump. I doubt you heard that neither, because little mighty thing that someone just rid of at the bridge and it made a rating. But boom. Let my heart jump that did. Why didn't you warn me, guardsman? Because he's looking the wrong way. But yeah, I definitely need a new idea for a bit of content, that's for sure. It's a big open world out there on YouTube. Money to be made, that's for sure. I mean, like I said, you see how easy it is with these guys just re-spewing the same stuff about Hassan Pike for the last few months. And then they're jumping on every little new scratcher. Anything he puts out. Same as Ethan. He's called Ethan, that guy from that content cop thing. Any bit of scratch they put out, any comment. I mean, weren't they trying to ambush him in public and all? Out of hand, man. I don't know. It's cringe. Not the dispute between the two parties that have got the original dispute. Everyone else circle jerking over the dispute. Like, man, let them have it out. Stop re-spewing the same stuff. Oh, well, we're just trying to get it to a wider, larger audience. Trust me, you don't need to. Your million, same as their million. If you're just taking your younger and younger age groups into it. So that's another thing. What? How old's Ethan and that Azan? Like, are they in their 40s? I'm like 38, they're in the 40s. And then I'm looking at some of these other content creators like that Pegasus. He looks like he's only late mid-20s. And then this other little Genobi guy, I can't remember his name. He said Genobi, that's not his name. I don't know. But it don't even look like he can grow facial hair yet, this other one. And he's covering it all. adolescent minds. He should be still worried about Fortnite, man. But in another way, smart kid, because he's probably seen other people's channels exploding with views just covering this bullshit and thinking, hey, man. Because that's what I'm doing now. I'm thinking the same thing. I'm thinking, wow, if I can get in this and just chuck my own shit on you lot, might get a couple million views. Who knows? Just for saying you're all pieces of shit. I hope I do. I hope I do. Because you are, and it is disgusting. I think we need to fish deeper, Bocky, but I haven't brought any weights with me. I've got a braided line onto like a little leader, a mono, and I've only got a small hook, so the without a weight, it's not going to pull my line through to sink the maggot. So I'm only fishing like a foot down from the surface, when really I want to be about 4 or 5 foot here. I wish I never typed that in and all. I asked YouTube something about like uploading videos and making videos, and now my algorithm's like also spamming me with like different content creators telling me how to get 1 million subscribers, how to get 1 million likes. I just think, fuck off. Because best bit about some of them idiots, they're telling you how to do this, and they've barely got 2K or some subscribers themselves. It's like, it's sad as fuck. Honestly sad. I'm not even going to pretend to be a good YouTuber. I'm a peasant. I'm one of the many peasants of Worksop. All right. I've worked hard all my life to get to where I am now, and I'm still nowhere. I'm just one guy and his dog. I'm happy though, when I'm not sad. But yeah, if I can jump on this little content train with you lot, I might do. I might lower my standards. I won't mind an easy life now for the rest of my life, I'll be honest. Back hurts, knees hurt, elbows chipped and hurts, pinches all the time because of a piece of floating bone. Neck hurts, I pull that randomly. Well, that was a skateboarding accident when I was 16 actually. But yeah, man, I'm nearly 40, I'm hurting. I don't mind an easy life. And if all it means is calling one of you idiots on YouTube an arsehole for your shitty invalid opinions because you've got no real life experiences, I'm down for that. I'm down for that. Definitely. Oh man, just dip my foot in canal. I don't know. I'll see how much traction this little video gets. And if I get, I don't know, let's say, fuck knows. I'm not even popular, so I'll say 30 likes. If I get 30 likes, no, scratch that. I don't want to beg for fucking subs or likes. If I just get a few comments telling me to do it, I'll do it. I'll start covering idiots or people who you think are idiots or I think are idiots. I mean, like I said, don't get me wrong, I'm not naive to people shifting the style of the content. Got to change it up. You're not 16 forever, as the Cortinas would say. Oh, hang on, it's 17. But copying people's shit straight up just to have a shitty opinion that's basically the same as the guy's video that you're covering. It's downright pathetic, man. Downright pathetic. But hey, what do we know? We're just a peasant. Or I'm just a peasant and his dog, should I say. Well, Buck, I think we've had enough fishing for this evening, matey. A couple hour out. No catches. We're not bothered though, are we, mate? Get the old hit bag back on. But yeah, I think I'll join in on some of this. See if I can get me a bit of money made from it. Won't mind it. Who knows? I mean, like I said, I'm not too naive about it. With content creation being changed as you mature, same as your audience, same as your tastes. I had another point to make then, but it's something put me off in water and it's gone. It's gone. I mean, you get fatigued of your own content, I think I was going to say. I used to love Armour 3 back in the day. Armour 3, that was my jam, man. I had a real large community I was part of with that. I got that involved in Armour 3. I racked up a lot of hours on Armour 3. A lot. But I loved it, man. That was a fun game, that Armour 3. Real good Milsim game. Now I'm into DCS though. I were contemplating content on DCS, but I won't say it's popular enough game for good content. And there's already some real good content creators out there. I like that Andre Celeste, Hip Games. Cool dude, man. As for tutorials, Viper? There's a couple guys, there's two of them, I'm sure it's Viper. Grim Reapers, in fact. Real good tutorials by that bunch. Swear to God, me. And I yank it and just like 3 maggots out of 4 gone. I put like 5 maggots on the hook, hoping that a greedy fish would go for the mouthful before all of them just get picked and pecked off by little fish. Oh, we've got 1 maggot on there. We'll fish this last maggot off, Bocker. You reckon, mate? You don't mind. Something's got to give, man. We just want that little fishy. Back in the day, before I started Armour 3, I played a bit of that DayZ. Sacreel. I used to love this content, man. They had some real cool content, like stalking and sniping people. I used to love that. I like some of them homesteaders and all. I like looking at some of the homesteaders do it in America, and there's a British guy that started doing it out here. He's got some cool content. I do like seeing it like that, must admit. But yeah, I'm going to pack up. I'm going to look at some ideas for some other content and all, I think. Give me some ideas, give me some feedback, whoever's watching.